Welcome to today's video. Today's topic is something we can all relate to. Everyone has experienced failure at some point, the moment when everything seems to go wrong and hope feels out of reach. But do you know what the most successful people in the world have in common? They didn't let failure stop them. Instead, they used it as a stepping stone to achieve greatness. Today, we'll explore the stories of 5 extraordinary individuals whose journeys began with rejection, setbacks, and obstacles. Yet they turned these failures into the foundation of their incredible success. So, sit back, get comfortable, and let's dive in. Walt Disney, from fired cartoonist to a legend. Walt Disney, a name synonymous with magic and childhood joy, didn't have an easy start. Early in his career, he was fired from a newspaper job because his editor claimed he lacked creativity and good ideas. His first animation studio, Overcame, went bankrupt, leaving him penniless. At one point, he was so desperate that he traded his drawings for food. But despite these setbacks, Walt never stopped believing in the power of storytelling. In 1928, during one of the most challenging times in his life, he created Mickey Mouse. Studios initially rejected Mickey, saying that animated characters with sound would never succeed. But Walt took a risk and produced the first ever synchronized sound cartoon. Mickey Mouse became a global sensation, and Walt Disney pioneered a new era of animation. Today, the Walt Disney Company is one of the largest entertainment empires in the world. As Walt once said, "All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." J.K. Rowling, from unemployed mother to literary queen. J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, has a story straight out of a fairy tale. Before creating the wizarding world we all love, she was an unemployed single mother living on welfare. Writing became her escape from a harsh reality. But even after finishing her first book, she faced rejection. 12 publishers turned her down, claiming that a story about a young wizard would never sell. Imagine the discouragement she must have felt. Finally, a small publisher, Bloomsbury, decided to take a chance, and that decision changed everything. Today, Harry Potter is one of the best-selling book series of all time, translated into over 80 languages. Rowling herself says, "Failure is so important. It strips away the inessential and teaches us what we're truly capable of." Her story is a testament to resilience and the power of perseverance. Steve Jobs, fired from his own company and a triumphant return. Steve Jobs, the man behind Apple's revolutionary products, had a career full of twists and turns. In 1985, 10 years after co-founding Apple, he was forced out of his own company due to disagreements with the board. Imagine being removed from the very company you built. But Jobs didn't let this setback define him. He started a new venture, Next, which wasn't a commercial success but laid the groundwork for future technology. Meanwhile, he invested in a small animation studio called Pixar. Under his guidance, Pixar created Toy Story, the first fully computer-animated film, which became a massive success. In 1997, with Apple on the verge of collapse, Jobs returned to the company. This time, he transformed it into one of the most valuable brands in the world, introducing products like the iPhone, iPad, and MacBook. Jobs once said, "Sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith." His story proves that even the greatest setbacks can lead to incredible comebacks. Colonel Sanders, success. After 1,000 rejections. Harland Sanders, known as Colonel Sanders, is the face of KFC, but his journey was anything but smooth. At the age of 65, when most people consider retiring, Sanders faced financial ruin. His roadside restaurant had closed due to highway changes, and all he had left was a recipe for fried chicken and a small pension. Determined to share his recipe, he traveled across the U.S., pitching it to restaurant owners. He was rejected over 1,000 times before finding someone willing to give it a chance. This single opportunity led to the creation of Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is now one of the largest fast food chains in the world. Sanders once said, "Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently." His story shows that it's never too late to achieve your dreams. Henry Ford, from failed projects to revolutionizing transportation. Henry Ford, the man who made cars accessible to ordinary people, faced repeated failures before his breakthrough. His first company, the Detroit Automobile Company, went bankrupt due to high costs and poor quality vehicles. Critics called his vision unrealistic, and even his second company ended in failure after disputes with investors. But Ford didn't give up. In 1908, he introduced the Model T, a car that was affordable, reliable, and changed the way people lived. Using the revolutionary assembly line, Ford cut production costs, making cars accessible to millions. By the 1920s, half of all cars in America were Model Ts. Ford's belief in his vision proved that persistence and innovation can overcome any obstacle. As he said, obstacles are what you see when you take your eyes off the goal. His legacy reshaped transportation forever. As we've seen today, failure doesn't mean the end. Each of these stories shows that with determination, persistence, and belief in yourself, even the biggest obstacles can be overcome. Which of today's stories inspired you the most? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching this video by Professor AI. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more AI wisdom. Check out our other videos to uncover more fascinating and surprising facts. Professor AI at your service.